Leap Year Birthday, written by Brad Boltunos, illustrated by Danny Jones. Leap Year Birthday, written by Brad Boltunos, illustrated by Danny Jones. Focus question: what makes Leroy's birthday different from most people's birthdays? Words to know: beamed, deprived, comprehend, leap day, confounded, leap year. Connections: writing and art. When you want your birthday to be on February 29th, write a paragraph explaining why or why not. Science: review with a partner how days and years are measured by Earth's movement in space. Then discuss how the length of a year would change if Earth were farther from the Sun. I'm a time traveler, Cyril told his friends. He waved his hand, winded his eyes, and said, "Whoosh, whoosh." His friends looked less impressed. Seriously? Alan said. Time works differently for me, Leroy said. Today is my birthday, and I'm in second grade. But I'm only 2 years old. The others stared at him, then burst into laughter. You're 8, Lucy said. Not 2. Leroy tried to explain. Most of the other years don't count. They sort of pretend years. My birthday is on February 29th. It's called a leap year birthday, which happens only every 4 years. For a time traveler like me, 4 of your years is like 1 of mine. That's crazy, said Philip. If you're only 2, maybe you should be wearing diapers. Leroy just looked at him. I don't need diapers, he said. I need to understand why I'm birthday deprived. The others walked away down the street together, shaking their heads in disbelief. Leroy frowned. His parents had wished him a happy birthday at breakfast, but no one mentioned a party or a cake, and after all, should he get 4 of each? He really was birthday deprived. Leroy wondered, what about those other people with leap year birthdays? There had to be a few out there. Were they confounded by this whole situation too? Why did February 29th have to be different anyway? Why couldn't it behave like all those other days of the year? If it stopped being different, Leroy could stop being different too. Leroy shrugged and shuffled into the kitchen. Mom, Dad, do we have a book about time travel? Leroy asked. Sorry, Leroy, Mom said, but the library might. Let's go see. At the library, Leroy asked the librarian, Mr. Romero, about time travel. I'm trying to comprehend it. But I'm only 2 years old, he said. Is that so? He asked. I would guess you're 8. I'm 8, Lyra said. I ought to be 8. Today is my birthday. Aha! cried Mr. Romero. A leap day baby. More of a toddler, Lyra said. Since I'm 2. Mr. Romero smiled and asked, so is it time travel you want to know about our leap day? Aren't they the same? Leroy asked. Not really, he said. Let's try something. Mr. Romero asked Leroy's mother to pretend she was the sun, and Leroy to pretend he was planet Earth. Next, Mr. Romero told Leroy to spin like a top while also circling his mom. Every time you complete a spin, one day passes, he told Leroy. You also move a little bit in the big loop around the sun. One full loop, getting back to where you started, is 1 year. That's 365 spins or days on your journey. Over time, people figured out a year was not exactly 365 days, Mr. Romero explained. To complete a full year, you have to spend a little bit more, usually an extra quarter of a turn or 6 hours every year. It's 4 hours that adds up to one full extra day. A special year with 366 days. Calendars would not work without leap years, Leroy's mom added. In 100 years, summer would start almost a month later. Why are they called leap years? Leroy asked. Mr. Romero smiled, saying New Year's Eve was Sunday last year. Usually that means it would be Monday this year, but in a leap year it would be Tuesday. It would skip a leap ahead a full day. When he returned home, Leroy's dad and friends were waiting for him. The streamers and party hats. Happy birthday! They shouted. Your mom got you out of the house while we decorated, Rochelle said. Leroy shook his head in amazement. When you were born, my heart leaped for joy, Mom said. Mine too, Dad added. They brought out a cake with 8 candles, 6 were blue and 2 red, Leroy's favorite color, for his special leap year birthdays. Mom and Dad beamed at Leroy like the sun beams at the earth. Leroy beamed back. Glossary, beamed. Read page 15. Smile brightly or happily. Comprehend. Read page 8. To understand the meaning of something. Confounded. Read page 6. Cause confusion or surprise. Deprived. ADJ, page 5. Not having something important or beneficial. Leap day, end page 8. February 29th, the extra day that occurs in the calendar every 4 years. Leap year, end page 5. A year with an extra day in it. February 29th.
Good job.
What is Leroy's problem in the story? Leroy doesn't know why his birthday comes only once every 4 years. Which word best describes Leroy? Curious. How are Leroy and his dad the same? How would this book be different if Lyra's birthday were on February 28th?